Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, Dante here. Welcome back to my channel, The Burgle Select. This is an impromptu art stream. I'm just trying to be more productive rather than coming home from work and just like sleeping all the way until freaking 10 o'clock, only to wake up and try to go to sleep again. And we're just doing some inking. I just want to slowly make my way through a lot of these pencil drawings that I did for my video game concept, The Clockwork Queen. Some people might know about this because I've been doing it on and off for a while. I essentially have tons and tons of concept sketches for all the baddies on all the stages I've designed for this game. There is no real plan to make the game. It really is just developing everything. So when I'm ready to be like, you know what, let me get a crew together to really actually try and make this game, I'll have like the entire series Bible. And for those of you who don't know what that is, the series Bible is essentially everything to know about a topic. So if it's a cartoon, it's all the character sheets, it's the standard colors you want to use for backgrounds, it's the backgrounds itself. So you could say a series Bible for a video game could be all the concept drawings for every villain and the overall style and references and everything like that. And that's it. So we're just gonna go ahead and do some drawing. If you hear noise in the background, that's per usual. My 3D printer is still, you know, working hard, working 9 to 5 on current projects. Okay, I just raised the volume a little bit on the background music. Hopefully the next song after this won't be super loud. We'll see how that goes. Alright. And that's all. That's it. Time to draw. So what are we doing today? Let me take away the pencils for a minute. So these are character sheets. I guess you call them characters? Concept sheets for the villains per stage. So we have a silhouette of our main hero, their heroine known as the Clockwork Queen, Princess Springlock herself. Oh, sorry, Princess Watch Spring. I always say Springlock by accident. Princess Watch Spring. That's a silhouette of her standing with her sword. This stage is known as the cave. So you have this is from a previous stream. You have these fake mounted stalactites that open up and giant bats fly out. In the background, in shadow, you would have these stalagmites, which actually spring open. And then you have mechanical snakes with a little sparky spark coming out the mouth. And we are right now working on a large villain for the stage. Not the boss, just a large villain. And this is like a robotic scorpion. So I'm just taking these like really rough drawings I did a while back and kind of beefing them up, adding a few more details here and there. And that's it. And this is what these are what all the sheets normally look like. Each stage has several, maybe like 5 or so, if not more. No, a little less actually, like 5 or so mechanical villains, which will then be joined by the standard villain, which is the Vikings of the Horned Skull. That's what they're called. That's a little bit of lore for you. That's too wide. Hope everyone's having a nice day. Today actually ended up being at least here in the New York area, ended up being a beautiful day by the afternoon. You know, you have that fall weather where it's I'm erasing the wrong thing there. There we go. You have that fall weather where it's like 40 in the morning, but then like today it went to like a sunny 70. Very nice. I mean, granted, you don't know what to wear when you go out. Should I bring a jacket? Should I wear warm socks? Who knows? Who knows? Such is nature, such is life. Okay, so let's. I'm doing it backwards, aren't I? Okay, so. There we go. The dream is to eventually one day have someone or a team of someone's translate all of these into sprites. And every so often I come across a really nice artist over on Instagram. Not even Instagram. Like there's a number of artists I follow on Twitter who are like spectacular sprite artists. I don't know if they're good at animating sprites. I don't know if they could do like a whole several sprite sheet. But in terms of just like designing a basic sprite, I've seen some really, really good artists. And yeah, I keep an eye out for those. I try to give it a little bit of character. Like, if I notice my hand is shaking when I'm trying to like do like an arrowhead, I'm like, screw it, make the arrowhead all bent and everything. So I'm like, go with it, you know. So sometimes I'll keep the wonkiness of it because I'm like, yeah, it looks kind of fun. Totally mean to mess up. I totally mean to like screw up. Yep, absolutely. sounds more like a horror song than it does chill video game music. What is with this? That was weird. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just taking some of these old drawings, some of these old sketches and whatnot, and just kind of beefing them up, seeing if any of it looks good. Adding some details that weren't in the original, like little pencil drawing that I did like in a notebook freaking 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I think my 3D print just finished. Nice. I'm just take a minute, shut down the 3D printer, save some power. Be back in a second. Oh, it feels so good when a 3D print actually comes out clean. Like, I realized there was a piece I was forgetting to print as part of the current project I'm working on. Basically, every time I print a piece, there is a B piece that goes with it. So I had, and I forgot to print the B piece several times for this project. So I basically went ahead, and just took the file and duplicated it several times on the layout for the for one print, basically doing several copies on at once, and they all came out very nicely, and I'm happy with that. There we go. So if it's not obvious to anyone who's never seen these videos before, oh sorry, I say these videos, this topic I'm working on. Clockwork Queen is once again a video game concept, but it revolves around clockwork. The villains, the weapons, all of it is like wind-up toys. Not steampunk, like, you know, it's just, as you see here, everything has a big old wind-up key on it. Spinning away, spinning, spinning, spinning. I'm on the wrong layer. Of course I am. No harm, no foul. There we go. I kind of wanted to look a little tangled. Like, it's not the best winded rope here. It's kind of like just sticking out in all directions. Not sure how well that comes across. All right. I don't know how well that looks in the back, but like inside the tail, if you ever seen the inside of a music box, it has that metal wheel with little spikes on it. I don't know what you call it. The metal cylinder, like little spikes on it, and they hit the teeth of an instrument, and that's what makes the chime noise inside of a music box. Alright, that's kind of what's supposed to be inside the tail right there, just plucking away. So a lot of the villains in a lot of the mechanical villains on this stage in the cave stage are like spooky stuff, like bats and skeletons and snakes and scorpions. Like this is the one stage that has like an animal theme to it. Now we're gonna try. Copy paste. Part of me is like, I should just turn this whole thing sideways. Caladium. Oh, that's way too big. So I'm just opening my files for a minute. Let me see. Originally, all the stages I did, like all the pictures I did, that is, were made for a large portfolio. So I did them long ways, but then I went on and I had to redo them. The up and down 8x11 for a smaller portfolio later on. That's the size I'm working on here. Did I have? I realize. Let me see. Stage 2, I didn't. I realized I did the boss for stage. This is. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Go back. File open. Why is that? Oh. I would have sworn I inked this already. That's very odd. Unless, don't save. File, open. So these are the stages. Yeah, I'm looking through all my stage files. Well, while we're at it, I'm gonna open up something I need. Boom. Okay. I would have sworn I Alright, so sorry, I'm just mumbling to myself. Essentially what I'm looking at here are the stage files I've done. This guy I love. He's meant to be more or less the final boss of the entire game. He's the walking castle. That's what he is. This is actually just an exterior shot. The actual stage itself, the boss itself, is you climbing inside of him. Fighting him from the inside. This is your standard goon. And here's like a nice little. Here's a few ink drawings I did of the goons as well, just being weird. This is your standard goon, pretty much. But yeah, aside from the villains, I want to include on each one also the boss. So I need to make sure I include eventually the boss for this. In fact, let me go to my pencils and I can show you the boss, which I'm pretty sure I scanned from my old sketchbook. Let me see. Boss. Where are you? So, the boss for this stage, the cave, is no, this is not the cave. This is the volcano. He's a dragon. Open. Where are you? There he is. This is the concept for the boss for the stage. The cave is at the end of the cave. You fight this giant like robotic toy mare. That's and this is their concept drawing, the really basic concept drawing. Anyway, let's get to it. So, I want to take this line drawing. Probably this guy right here. He actually is perfect for this. Copy. Paste. A little chunky, but we can work with that. Transform. So let's see. He needs to be bigger than her, so that's about right. That's about right. Okay. Okay, let's set this to multiply, which allows me to see through the layer. Yep. Just drop the opacity on that so I can see better. Will that work if he's like... Yeah, it's good. Okay. Sorry, just like trying to figure out the positioning. Okay. Let me grab this meaty arm of his. Move it to like there. Do a slight rotation, that way I could fit in. Okay. Deselect. So we're going to erase some of this, because when we merge these two layers together, the legs of the spider will be in the way of him. Need a big eraser. Getting notification for some reason from something. That should do it. And okay. So we're going to erase all the bits that you shouldn't see from the other layer. Nope. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't panic, Dante. Nobody panic. And no, these are not historically accurate Vikings. These are the Vikings of the Horned Skull, a fictional group of individuals who were so vile that the actual Northmen were like, "Nah, we don't really want you around here, bro. You hear us, bro? You're way too much. Get out of here." They're criminals among their own people, pretty much. Clean up here and there. That's I don't know why I zoomed in like that. Don't need this. Don't need that. I really could have cropped this picture a lot better, but what you gonna do? Could have cropped this giant insect a lot better. That's what I'm trying to say. Do some cross hatching just to show him. Can we do a better job of, let's see. Delete. Nope, a little less than that. Nah, screw it. Delete. That pretty much gets the point across. That's the wrong button, Dante. Let me see, where's the mess? You're the mess, right here. I want to say that is wrong tool, but right tool, wrong style of it. I want to use this. I want to say it's pretty good right there. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So I'll bring back the scorpion a pinch, give us a bit more room. And then, so these legs can be joined. Grab him a bit. See if I can move him to a better spot, a bit in a little bit. And deselect, take away the pencils. That looks a lot better. That all looks a lot better. Composition is kind of iffy because this big empty space here. Can't be helped. The bat just takes up so much damn room. But because it is kind of bothering me, move that there. do a much better job with this. That's the wrong way to use that tool. There we go. Just slightly opens up the air over here, moves it over here. Okay, all the inks are on one layer. So basically I have all the inks on one layer. All the color pieces that kind of indicate things moving and twisting and turning on another layer. Grab this, copy paste. It's going to be moved way down here. That's for that. In the original sketch I had indicator that like the arrow shoots out and then recoils back in. I don't know how you'd animate that, shooting out and then recoiling back in via the rope. Since the rope is attached to the head of it, I don't know. I do want to kind of include that. Just to say I have it. So yeah, let's do that. Can I do an outline on this? I forget. Can I have it and an outline? We'll just draw the outline on it afterwards. There we go, straight line. How do I do a polygon with fill? There we go. Not perfect, let's try again. That looks good. And then we're just gonna copy paste and flip it horizontally. No, something happened. Back. Cancel. I just want this shape. I want that to be. Hold on. What did I do? Okay. That's what happened. I somehow included this in that. There we go. Now I want that to be flipped horizontally. Oh, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Just gotta move it a pinch. There we go. least. I like doing a black outline just because. Just because. And that's that. File save. So these are the mechanical baddies. You have the goons and the baddies. Working title. And this is for stage. Oh, hold on. Let's make. I forgot to combine the colors. This is stage 4, known as the cave. Let me check everything. Princess. Colors. Inks, pencils. This is just what is that? What is that? Oh, a spring. Alright. This is the inks. One of my layers is mislabeled. Okay. Lock it all down. Lock it all down, people. File save. Okay. So we'll keep the Vikings out for now. This is the bear. Oh no, I mean I'm okay with the general concept. I feel like I gotta look up some like good wind-up toys of like old-fashioned bears, but like old-fashioned bears. I need to look up old-fashioned designs for wind-up toys. I do want to keep the idea of like the wooden crow's nest, the wooden plate, chest plate. You see around him are like, this is an attack he does where a big iron ball falls out. He has another attack where his arm ejects. He has another attack where like he shoots a spear from his mouth. I like to include a few attack things here and there. Close that before I screw it up. Don't save. File, open. Okay. Where is the walk? Something's not right. I know I did a few drawings grouping. Here they are. For some reason, I have a few pieces that are in a whole different folder, and that should not be the case. Open. Oh, it's in my old. I see what it is. Oh yeah, this is also another idea where it was like the goons, the Vikings hide behind these stone shields, stone on one side, wood on the other, and then they like emerge from the shields. They emerge from the background. That was an idea I had. Yeah, I had them saved from my old. I had some of these files saved from my old. How do I put it? Here we go. From my older PS days, Photoshop days. So I do have all the bosses. No, I have them organized. I have them organized, not inked. That's it. A lot of these were organized for the portfolio in pencil. I'm trying to like work my way through them and like finalize them in ink. That's why I was like, I'm sure I worked on these before. And I didn't. I just organized them for the portfolio. But I do have some final stage stuff. There we go. Open. Where's my other final stage? Final stage A, final stage B. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. This is final stage A. It's the intestines of the giant robot. Canvas size, inches. Yeah. Okay. So you know what we're gonna do? We'll do some organization, people. But first things first. Where are you? There she is. There's the beautiful princess. Copy. Paste. Scale. She's kind of hard to see here. So what you need to do? I know. Okay. I know what we need to do. Edit. Canvas size. So, this is 8 by 8. So let's increase the height a bit. There we go. That way we can see what we're doing. Yeah, I forgot. I originally did this. There we go. I originally did this whole thing for an animation. So we are gonna shrink the princess down to the size she should be. On the stage, she should be smaller. Yeah, something like that. It might be a bit small. I need to increase the platform. But just to have her like for scale, that's where she is. I want to say that's a good size. But I want to bump up like her specifically. So let me take away everything. Let me remove all the white. So we're going to delete the white. And we're going to give her, let's deselect. Let's give her outline. Let's give her a darker outline just to bump up this. Okay. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. That is not an outline. What just happened? That's not an outline. What is going on? There is something in the way of my... There it is. Oh, I know why. I know what's happening. Delete that. And what I want to do is something like that. We're going to go ahead. So, I'm going to erase all of this. There we go. Now she actually like stands out. We can see her. Because she stands like right there. ones look so grainy. There we go. Boop. File. Save as. And we're gonna save this. Stage 1, stage 2. So we're gonna have to save this in the final stages here. So excusez-moi. Folder. I want to say it was, I forgot how many stages. For now, we'll call it final. I'll rename it once I double check how many stages there are. Okay, so she's saved in there. And I'm going to move a few other things in there too. There we go. Alright, so this is the first stage, the first part of the final stage. And oh my god, I hate this music. Give me a second, people. I am sorry. Gaming lounge, my butt. It's freaking depressing. I'm not like. What do we got? You know what? Let's do fantasy. Yeah, something, I don't know, it was just driving me nuts. This is the final stage, the first of the final stages. You climb your way up and you are inside the guts. Everything in blue interacts from the back. It's a tell. It interacts. So essentially, just gonna take a red pen and draw right on this. So when this, that is not red. Why is that coming in black? Oh, I know why. There we go. So, when that spins, when this spins, you then see something traveling inside these glass tubes, and a big like iron ball comes out and rolls towards you. When this pulls out slowly, it then slams back in, and you get like acid rain from this. It's like this is the liver, if you would. That's the liver of the giant robot. Anyway, let's change color for a minute. Let's go with purple. Oh yeah, the giant meat stack here, it flies upward at a scene and then slides across the stage. You then have this timer, and when this timer shakes from here, steam flies out. So you have, you go for green. You essentially have an attack coming from here, an attack coming from here, an attack that comes across the stage one way, and the meat comes across the stage that way. So it just covers, everything's like, you're fighting the stage along with the villains. And I'm going to delete this, because if I hit save, don't save, it's going to screw me over. But this right here, yeah, okay. So this is, you're in the chest at this point. So that's the pencil, yeah. This is the chest. I think I finished inking this. Yeah, I finished inking this. I just didn't color it though. I didn't put anything. I didn't put any blue colors in it. I need to remember what does what though now. But with that being said, don't save. I'm just gonna right now. Let's see. What should we? I've done enough organization. What can we draw? What can we actually draw right now? What needs to be inked? Stage 1, everything was inked in stage 1 except for the boss. Everything was inked in stage 2 except for the boss. I actually want to redesign that. So, let's check out stage 1. Let's check out the boss. I like this music better. Ah, there he is. The Walker. Okay, so. Okay, so we're gonna check out the Walker. Let's open up a new layer. Let me see. Let's adjust. Canvas size. Where's the canvas size? Forget the pixels. Inches. Look, there we go. Probably gonna rearrange those funny feet of his. Is he wide or is he shorter? Yeah, he's definitely wider. There we go. Yeah, okay, so cancel that. We're gonna redo that. Much better. Just this big, clumsy, like, walker. With, like, crows on top of it and everything. Keep it about that size. That way I can readjust the feet a little bit. Okay. So we're going to label this stage 1 boss. Essentially, I have all the pencils, but I just want to do a little bit of a cleaned up sketch work. That's really what I want to do. Cleaned up like inks. Cleaned up inks. Move them all the way to the side because much like with the other drawing, eventually I'm going to also I'm going to do some details because it's going to be a little guy that stands there, a little guy that stands basically I want to just do little close-up shots if I can. So the main weapons are a cannon on it and this box that just shoots tons and tons of arrows, which reminds me, why don't I have... This is probably the cleaned up version. Where are the actual, like, action shots? Pencils. I didn't just draw that. I know I drew, like, little details of how it shoots. Right? And then let's go... God, some of these drawings are so old, I can't remember, like, the original sketches for them sometimes. didn't? No. Are you in the groups? Did I already group and draw you? There it is. I'm an idiot. This is what I'm looking for. This is where I drew like the fine details. I didn't ink it, but I drew the fine details. I want to actually go back and ink this. I don't know. Is that a waste of time? Is that a waste of time with everything already there? I don't know anymore. Okay, what have I not done? You know what? Open. Everything open. Give the computer a minute. I just hit open all files because I know I grouped all of these nicely for the purpose of reprinting them. So let's go down. We know we have that. I know I have that. What's this? Okay, we know we have that. What's this? We have that. Okay, these are all grouping from different stages. Cave. Villains that were not inked. God, I'm such a mess. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, he's a boss, but he's a boss. Yeah, it's really just me like deciding that do I want to spend time just re-inking all these things? Okay. I wanted to like better define some stuff. I forgot like my sketches were like actually pretty well defined in terms of like this is what they're meant to do. God, I love that teddy bear. I love that teddy bear. It's a teddy bear and a sundial. And I love like the several steps they go through to that's become like terrifying background objects. Something's going on. Like I'm deleting stuff, but it's not showing up. Delete that. That shows up. Delete that. That shows up. Okay. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna ink the bear. After all of that, we're just gonna ink the bear. Screw it. I want to actually fix up this bear. I think we should just focus on things that just needs to be nicely cleaned up. That needs to look good. Like the bear is nice and all, but it needs to be like real nice. Alright, so let's do it. Let's do it to it. Okay, what do we not need? Princess, we'll keep you. Don't need the dragon right now. We're going to the cave. We're going to the bear. Bear. Boom. I want to take this. I want to move you. I'm on the wrong layer. On the wrong layer. I'm going to move you here. Right? I want to take this. I'm going to move you here. Okay? Now we're going to take the bear himself. This is Big Bear Johnson. That's the name I'm going to give him right now, just for now. I'm going to pump him up. Pump it real good. Not include. Can I transform both of these? Yes, I can. No, I can't. I just want to make sure I just want to make sure that when I increase his size, yeah, she's about the size of the door in his chest. I want to kind of keep that scale. Boom. Yeah, she's about there, because if you put a guy in the back, he sits about there. So maybe a little bigger for her. Like a clown nose. Bam. She's okay. Okay, let's get rid of some stuff I don't need. That's garbage. That's garbage. Yes. Princess. Lock that down. Lock that down. Riveting. File organization action. That's not what I want to do. We'll work on the spacing later, but for now, that's that. Alright. Hope that was exciting for everyone. Let's start with the stuff I know I like. And what I like are the wooden planks in his back. So let's just make those a bit more prominent. They're like sharpened pencils. That one looks all jacked up. So I changed the music to adventurer music. And I think it's doing the job. That sense of adventure. As I'm drawing these, I can't help but think of, there's a scene, I think it's called the 13th Warrior, and it deals with the Northmen, the Vikings, and how, they're informed by, I don't know, their spiritual leader, they're informed by someone that they need a 13th warrior, a 13th individual, who is not from their lands to help them defeat, a group of invaders, and it's Antonio Banderas as this, like, I'm guessing Spaniard, who joins them, and there's a scene where they're cutting pieces of wood like this to make a barricade, and like no matter what, he just can't get he can't get used to like their sword, like the type of swords they use. He's like, how would you swing this? And he basically he tries to show the blacksmith how it's done, and then he hijacks the blacksmith's actual forge and makes like a saber, like a curved saber, and like with 3 swipes, like one swipe each, he basically makes one of these. And it just shows like how he works, like how his culture works compared to theirs, like, and what doesn't work for him. But they make a whole bunch of barricades just like this, with him just freaking cutting through the wood like it's butter. Yeah, the 13th Warrior, not the best film in the world. It's kind of like Dragonheart. Like, it's a fun film, but like it's it's okay. I like putting little bits of cuts and damage. Like, I don't know, I just like doing it. I'm debating if I should thin out, like, the frame on this guy. I don't know, we'll see. I think he's just too much flat, like, boring space. Like, I need to, like, I gotta put some details in him. It's like a hole. Trying to do like Like a rivet kind of thing. That's not working. It just looks weird to me. Ah, this looks weird to me, man. I don't know. Backwards, backwards, backwards. I will figure it out. We'll figure it out later. The head is definitely too boring. Just like the painted on face, too boring. I like the idea of the I do like the idea of the the kind of trapdoor chest. So I'm going to keep that for sure. Couldn't get past the selected area. There we go. Big old square. Remember we've all had those old, I say we, many of us have had those old toys where they're supposed to walk, but the only way they walk is if they have like the struts, like the actual like these little cross beams between the feet to ensure to ensure they walk like perfectly connected to each other. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I hope someone knows what I'm talking about. These things right here. This, and this, and this. I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know if you ever had a... what's that Transformer toy? The freaking... He was one of the big city formers. It was a Godzilla toy. It was a giant T-Rex, but it was obviously based on Godzilla. Trypticon. Was it Trypticon? Shoot. I forget his name now. But he was a giant, like, purple and black, like, T-Rex looking dude. Became a city, and he had a walking gimmick. And, old 80s style walking gimmick, so. Ah, it's gonna drive me nuts. I want to see a Triptychon. I'm gonna look it up. This pissed me off. Triptychon. It is Triptychon with a Y. Triptychon. Yeah, the original. Even the hold on. Hold on. Bam. Even the animated image, like the animated artwork. There it is. Yeah, stupid little. Yeah, he had a walking gimmick. You could transform him, and he had a mechanical walking gimmick. So he had the little things to help him walk. And I think in the end, when you transformed them, they were meant those little stubs doubled as like towers of the city. Ah, it was driving me nuts. I know people don't like base formers that much. Not Bayformer, base formers. I know they don't like them that much, but man, Triptychon was cool. Just like I like the idea of city formers. They don't really call them city formers anymore, but they used to be called city formers. Now they're just like, this guy transforms into a battle base. If you turn him sideways and stick his legs upward, it's like, yeah, sure it does. I've always liked the idea of like a really good, like, it's hard to make a toy that's like a really good city former. Usually you end up with like, he's a robot, he's a nondescript spaceship, and he's a battle base. I'm like, nah, man, give me buildings and like, give me some like Mighty Max looking like small details and stuff. That's what I'm looking for. Just putting some dirt and grime details on the feet. Just to kind of like, you know, make it look interesting. Oh, excuse me, jeez. That was savory. God, that's disgusting. I'm so sorry. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm a sucker for like the Mighty Max, like the imagination's in your hand playsets, and they do work. I know they work. I think I shared a story before. Many years ago, we gave some Polly Pockets to my younger cousin for her daughters, and they had a ball. These old Polly Pockets. They were just like, just watching them like immerse themselves in the little Polly Pocket world. So like, yeah, give me like a legit like city former. Give me like little towns and gimmicks. Give me all the little gimmicks, man. Give me the gimmicks. I'm asking for the gimmicks. Come on. Right, what are we looking at here? Alright. So right here and about right there. And sloppy curve. There we go. All that for just freaking little round stubs. But I like it. I like it. File save. File save as. We are putting this into the inked stages. Stage 4. Yeah, right? So let me see. Stage 1 we call the field. Stage 2 is the forest. Stage 3 is the river. And stage 4 is the cave. So we're going to put this as stage 4 boss in the inked section. And that's really what it is. I think that's... everything here is... All the files I have are organized by groups and everything, but groups that I'm... actually, I want to save this. Cancel that. They're saved via group for printing purposes. But, like, when I want to refine it, I put it back into... I didn't go back and start inking them. So printing purposes meaning, like, they're just stages. Like, here's all the concept drawings. But when I want to go back and like really fine tune it, like this bear, I'll go back and ink it. And eventually I'll reprint this and put this in the portfolio. This little bear arms. I'm actually really proud of the bouncing ball idea. I don't know why. It gives me Ninja Turtle arcade vibes. There was like plenty of stages where these giant metal boulders, these freaking cannonballs, just roll down the staircase. So the idea of like his chest opening up and just like one of those boom, boom, boom bouncing out and like rolling past you, I love it. I love it. Princess, what is up with your dress? There's like a weird gray spot there. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it bothers me. It vexes me so. There we go. I don't know what the deal is. It just bothers me. Gotta fix that dress of yours. Alright. Now let's combine these layers. When selected, we're gonna call these ink. That's the ink layer. Uh, Now, what to do about the chest? I gotta look up, like, let me look up wind-up toy. Bear wind-up toys. There we go. Bear wind-up toys. Let me type in old, because we're looking for some older designs. Oh. Come on. There we go. We're Googling, people. I type in bear wind-up toys. All I get are, like, wind-up toys covered in fur. Except for one. One is legit, like... Yeah, there's little wind-up toys covered in fur. They're not really fitting what I'm looking for. They look like legit, like, teddy bear kind of toys. What's annoying is, you know, I'm doing a lot of these, like, boxy looking ones, but in truth, a lot of wind-up toys were, like, curved. Like, they were, like, I don't know, vacuum formed metal. I don't know how they did it, but they were, like, curved metal, you know, like little I am stuttering, oh my goodness. It looks like they were hammered into, like, the shapes. Well, my bear is this big old box. It's a box bear. Squirt. We'll stick with the box bear, and then I'm just gonna add a bunch of detail to him. Because it's not meant to be one-to-one. He's going to have gears and springs and all that junk in weird spots. This is a bear on a mission, and his mission is murder. I'm gonna definitely change up the head and the neck area. For a split second, I thought the music was gonna go into, like, the Hulk music. Dun, 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 dun. Like the way the violins kicked in. I don't know why, but I just felt that. Keep switching pen tools as I always do. I don't want to use a line tool for this. I actually want to get a little bit of the bumpiness. Violin plucking of doom. Getting a little bit of a Captain America vibe from this one. The music, that is, not the bear. Sorry about that. My old man alarm just went off. Time for bed, old man. You got work tomorrow. Shut up. Not the boss of me. I say as I admit I am feeling quite tired. Put some big old nails in this. Alright. Yeah, the addition of wrinkly lines just makes it all look better. Okay. Let me see this. Ursa Minor, Ursa Major. One of the comics I've read, I think it's called Wapsie Square. They haven't had it for a long time. They moved away from the character. It's a Wapsie Square is a series that I think has too many characters that they don't return to. It doesn't help that a lot of the characters kind of begin to look the same after a while. But there were these two characters, it was the sisters, I think, and the idea was that they were shapeshifters, but they were bears. Like their standard form was like bear girl, not a girl with bear ears, but like bear girl, like cutesy bear girl. Not quite a Wookiee, but a fuzzy girl with big ears. When they got angry, they went full bear, but they were shapeshifters. But their default form was like humanoid bear person, and they were called Ursa Morphers, I think. Like it was an interesting name. I think it was called Ursa Morpher, and that was like the name of like their species of like shapeshifters. They could morph into other people. And I want them to return. I know one of them, I think, in the series of Wapsie Square. One of them ends up becoming, I think, a girlfriend to one of the main characters. But once again, I haven't seen that character in the longest time, so I don't know. It's a series I find myself returning to, but at the same time, I know it's not a perfect. It's not a great series. It's not. I like it, but it's not a great series. You know what? Let's call it. I really should try and... Alright, first things first, I really should turn off this music. Because it's loud in my ears. There we go. Much better. Much, much better. I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm gonna call it for tonight. It was nice, like, getting this stuff done, reorganizing, remembering where the hell I put all my files. That's the issue. A lot of it is saved as Photoshop files. So like I don't see them. I mean, I see the file, but not what the file image is when I'm going through everything here in Clip Studio. But yeah, I need to like reassess everything. But it was nice going back and fixing up the fixing the let's call them the basic bitch characters here. Like this bear was a basic bitch character. He needed to be a little touched up, have some more details on him. Inking the scorpion, same thing with that. Just like really cleaning up the details. Even though a lot of the pencil sketches have what they need to be. The pencil drawings kind of cover like most of the basics of like. That's the whole reason I have them printed in in a little portfolio. Like, let me see, what's a good example of one? Like this is called the kids room. So you have certain characters, like the spinning top of doom, the little terrier that shoots out fire, the jack in the box when it opens up is actually a mace that swings back and forth, or a flail. Um, the butter die, which is just a mechanical butterfly. Things like that, like the basic ideas of what they do. Um, Here's a second kid's room. Kind of hard to see without a white background. Don't know why there's no white background on this. But you have a ballerina that in stage 1 is just a toy ballerina, but when you walk by her, she dips downward and like blades come out the base of it. You have a cute little blimp with a heart on it, but as it floats close to you, it slowly, like the animation of it, the blimp turns around and it's like a bomb when it hits you. On the floor is a little butterfly toy that runs back and forth, but then it actually chomps as it does. The entire thing chomps. Yeah, the kids' room is all about like, what is it like? What is this, a bad guy? I don't know. Is this a bad guy? I don't know. That's what the kids' room is about. All of that's All of that has been printed. What's this? Kids' room. Oh yeah, these are the extras. These are from the gate. It's called the kids' room gate when you first walk in. So in the background is a teddy bear, and this he sits in the background. Then he stands up and walks into the foreground where you are at, and drills comes out of his hands. And then I have this sundial which sinks into the ground, and then like emerges as this freaking like spider with wooden wheels. Yeah, these are the concepts. These are all, a lot of them are like old concepts. I'm just tweaking and cleaning up. But that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thank you for joining. As always, you can check out any old streams over on the links on the side. So it's the Burgos Art on all the social medias you see on the side: DeviantArt, Twitter. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you know all the old live streams are on YouTube saved semi-permanently. I say semi because I don't know what YouTube is gonna do to it. And you can also find other videos on YouTube, more scripted videos of how I do, like certain props and certain like costumes and stuff for cosplay. That was actually a recent video I just did. So check them out. Check them out, please. And once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.